Chris Homebrew, coming at you with a beer review. It's a hot day here in Oregon. I gotta cool down. So we've got a beer here. This is the 7-Day Golden Sour. This is from Trinity Brewing Company out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. It's an interesting beer. They use an ancient technique and brew with first and second slims. I'm gonna have to look that one up myself. I don't know what that process is. A malt bill with over 30% raw wheat, that's right, raw wheat, and 30% chit malt to dramatically drive up starches and proteins which the microbes feed on. They use hot fermentation in the kettle with lactobacillus and then followed by a cool fermentation with Brettanomyces, and they used aged hops. So this should be an interesting beer. We're going to get this one cracked open and give it a try. Wow, what a beautiful beer. Bubbles were just rising up rather rapidly to create this head. It almost comes out like, I would think, like a sparkling cider or champagne would. It's a very pale gold straw color. Really beautiful, absolutely. You can see the head's faded quickly, but it was white and really pillowy to start. Pretty beer. Let's get a nose on it. Woo, boy. You sure get the Brett and the lacto. You get the lacto quite a bit. There's some good acidity on that for sure. I get a lot of lemon. I also get some apple scents on it. Wow, though, the stir just really brings up that lacto part. I mean, very, very strong in there. Yeah, a lot of it. You get a slight bit of grassiness, ever so slight, that kind of hay grassiness scent, you know, just, it's a bit funky, but it really is more of the story of a bit more of the Brett and a lot of that lacto. So let's get a taste. Woo! Hot damn. Okay, this is a serious sour ale. I mean, it just hits you pungent and hard with sour. A lot of the lacto, almost sulfur, you know, but loads of lemon, like I said. Woo, a punch in the face. All right, I'm gonna sip on this some more. I'm guessing Dan ABA would love this beer. And it's beautifully made. I mean, the appearance, the texture, the carbonation, it's all wonderful. But it is a serious sour ale. You get, like I say, some lemon, just a hint of apple. There's just a high sour taste to it. It's a really dry finish. You kind of get the wheat on the finish, but it's just a big Brett, big and bready, a bit of sulfur. It's a big old sour, so it puckers your mouth. I mean, it's really light though in body, which is nice. It's a light body, and the effervescence is great. Bits of it is got, almost makes me think of a kind of apple type thing, but it really is more on the citrus lemon side. Yeah, this does challenge my palate, and I've had a number of sours, but this one does challenge my palate, I'll admit to that. It is refreshing though, and I do appreciate that on this hot day. So this sour or wild ale is 5% ABV, so in that sense it's fairly light, and that's a nice thing for a summer day. If you're a sour drinker, boy, this would be a good one to try for sure. And this appears to be bottle conditioned because I can see stuff sitting on the bottom. Well, I don't know, I'll be honest, I think I would have a hard time judging the style. I like sours that are more of that sweet and sour. You get sweet taste, you get sour tastes. And this has very hidden sweetness. I don't think I'm really qualified to rate this as a wild sour. I don't think my palate, honestly, is there, or my knowledge. So I can rate this on overall, though, that I can do. On the overall, I mean, it is refreshing. It's heavy lemon. Lots of Brett, lots, and lots of that lactobacillus. So very sour. For me personally, there's just too much sour to really thoroughly enjoy this beer. So I can't rate it real high. So I'm going to give this one about a 78 in Kevin's book. That's right. It's got a bit of refreshingness, and so it's interesting. But can you really drink a lot of this? Nah, you really can't drink a lot of this. Or I can't anyway. Life's too short, so if you're into sours, go find this one. But if you don't like a big old sour beer, you can skip it. This is Kevin from Clement's Homebrew saying life's too short to drink cheap beer, and I will see you in the next beer review.